So my second question is, how does your media product represent a particular social groups? Well, my main character is a female protagonist. Her characteristics resembles more of the heroic rebellious type, but also has an emotional and caring side as well. I tried to make a mix between some opposite personalities of this character, which might sound contradictory, but let me explain. She's a caring person who recently lost her friends to an attack, and so now she suffers survivor guilt. Later on she became a tower by accident, and because of this, she's now forced to become the protector of her people. And that makes her less assured of herself being forced in this situation, because she doesn't have the experience, and because now she makes mistakes, and so then her confidence slips because of that. Despite this, however, she appears more courageous by trying to drown out the negative thoughts she has, and so, what most people expect, this kind of person characteristics won't be able to do these kinds of demanding tasks. Sapphire's characteristic, however, means that despite what's going on through her mind, she tries not to think about it when she's doing her job. And so so her personalities in these types of situations shows her to be the more rebellious, adventurous type. And her care for her people means she'll go for any lengths to ensure their safety, which unfortunately in some cases they disagree with her method, and so some of them doesn't feel secure with her around. No, but towards the personality-wise questions, it's difficult to find a character from another film that matches exactly this type of characteristics. I can only think of a few similarities, but not much similarities. I mean, the only one I can think of that closely resembles to what she does is Sarah Connor from the Terminator film. In the second film, she has to be this protector of her son, and she was forced into this situation after finding out that the end of the world is nigh, so she can't do what she wishes to do with her son. She has to train him up to become this hero, and she has to protect him all the way through. So, in comparisons to each other, they both have this caring type and this determination to make sure that what they do, they can do it right. However, in opposite senses, Sarah Connor is not as reckless as Sapphire. She has experience after years of training now, and it was not really that she was actually forced into becoming a hero, but she's more acceptant of that rather than being questioning, doubtful like Sapphire. And also a significant difference would be their appearances. Sapphire is more of this warrior type with the armor and the sword. Sarah Connor has more of a commando-style soldier with the basic simple clothing and machine gun weapons she uses. Similarities with this kind of appearances I can only think of from, well, directly an ideal one would be Eowyn from Lord of the Rings, and, well, Mulan, but neither for the characters that I figure out have exactly the same personality as Sapphire, or appearance of like Sapphire as well. So I'd say it's quite a difficult question to ask. How does your media product represent a particular social group? I guess the straight answer would be, well, it doesn't really, but it does fit in some of the categories. She's not your stereotypical damsel in distress. She's not the doubtful hero that's not sure what to do. She's this kind of person who, despite what's going on, she would keep pushing forward. Can't really think of a particular social group except for being a hero, but compared with a female, well, it's difficult to do. Anyway, that's what I think about this. If you can think of a character from a film that closely resembles the Sapphire, then I'd be grateful for you to let me know.